just going to try to finish this rest of this stuff. Um, Mostly I've got the background, the base, and some of the top half. Okay, just noticed I didn't even know there was birds in here, so I'm just gonna fix this little bird. Oh man, just noticed there's a scratch on my pad. Alright, there's some long-winged birds for being so far away. Yeah, that should be good. Alright, so yeah, today just gonna finish these gauntlets, chains, pants, some I needed. Alright, so yeah, let's just... So yeah, we got this cool little armor piece. Alright, take a look back and see what it's trying to do versus what we need it to do. Okay, so I think those are supposed to be collars, but I don't think they're necessary. Whoa, seems like there's still like a little... like a little hint of it left. So I think I just want to keep it, oops. It's like sleeves. Mostly because we got like, oh, we already have those spikes and stuff on little pieces of armor, and so we don't need, well, and it's because the detail doesn't, I guess, wouldn't make sense, or... Alright, so let's... Oops. See, I kind of like it looking a little tighter, which means we're gonna have to cut into it like this. Okay. Maybe just fix that a little bit. That's a little too much. Alright. Oh, jeez. There we go. Then do a similar thing over here. Cut that down. Alright. So yeah, now this is the metal plate in the... yeah, it's a little bit orange because of the light, so we will let that be there and fix the lighting on this side. Alright. So now that like kind of clearly matches, fix this little... I don't know where this little thing was supposed to be going. I mean, AI doesn't know either, that's why I put it there. So, I'm just gonna fix it a bit. And just want to turn this into a more metallic look. Which could just be like getting rid of some of these lines. Making the lights blobbier, if that makes sense. Yeah, and there's like, just some details that like, like, oh, why is it catching light like that? Like, oh, that doesn't make any sense, and so we gotta fix it? I'm just gonna get rid of that. Yeah, it seems unnecessary. Okay, so yeah, let's just fix this. Guess we could have it come out here. So this is all the gauntlet. Oops. Yeah, alrighty. Yeah, we just got some pure black here, which I don't know. Could make sense in some places, but this feels like it's not actually metal, but sort of is. And like the metal right here, like I don't know, it's almost like too jagged. So yeah, I gotta separate that. This is like the same color as the hair, so we'll just want to. Actually, what if I just change that to this? Ooh, that is. Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, looks better, but still not great. So, no, oops. Okay. Alright, I just need to take a look at it, see what it's trying to do. Oh, I'm gonna separate this. Because this only comes up to and around. That's like the elbow piece. Alright, this red is too red. I think just keeping the colors next to it. It was just trying to put the red probably from either the hair and the gauntlets, but that doesn't make sense. I like. Alright, yeah, so that's a lot better. Okay, so now that we've got those two separated, let's try to figure out this little gauntlet piece. Looks like we've got, I don't know, so we've got like some metal piece that comes here. It might separate. We got these. Those don't look like metal though. Like we've got this cool little like wrist piece here, but then it kind of goes up into here. So how do I want to visually present that? Like maybe if I just separate this and so it's just a wrist piece, which means I'm gonna have to get rid of all of this detail here. I guess I can just test it. I'll draw on a new layer. Alright, there we go. Let's keep this a little bit blacker to distinguish the metal from the not metal. Okay. This spike doesn't make sense. Alrighty. So now we got this little plate here. Oops. Alright, so I mean, that looks not bad. Feel like let's distinguish this thing here a bit more. And yeah, come in like maybe something like that. Okay. So yeah, but it looks like without that detail, it like looks, I don't know, more useless, I guess. So I actually like that it is metal. So now I gotta figure out. So this one makes it look like it's all one piece, which I kind of like. Or maybe I could separate that. So yeah, this one's got like here and here. So yeah, I could just make them two, which would probably mean I just need to separate this and just get rid of this highlights because it's further down. Here we go. Alright, yeah, I think that. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Okay, so now I'm gonna go forward with that. Probably shouldn't have deleted everything on that layer. Or I shouldn't have even worked on everything. Alright, still don't like this though. Alright, yeah, fix this little thing. Take that all the way down. Alright. These little points. Alrighty. Let's continue this. I guess it's like kind of like a highlight. Wait, did I say turn these into two? I think I did. Okay, so which means I'm gonna have to. Alright, there we go. Why isn't that? Oh, looks like so it shows another color. Okay, here we go. Alright. So now that comes over. Alrighty. Don't know what that little thing's for. So that's a little unnecessary. Maybe I'll just turn this into blue. Oh jeez. There we go. I forgot I was drawing on different layer. Well, I guess I could just draw that. And then just gonna paint over the excessively blue parts. Well, so I think those are too jagged. Yeah, I don't know, they look like edges, which is not what they are, because this whole thing is metal, so I need to, okay, get that. Yeah, I want to kind of wrap around. Alright, well, let's sharpen. Okay. I forgot that I'm drawing on a different layer. Maybe I should just merge it, yeah. I think I've come up with what I'm looking for, so I don't have to worry about yeah, the second layer. it's coming together. Alright, so this. Alright, let's add a little bit of blue to that. Kinda like that little bump out there, but see how this makes it comes up and then in, which would make this come this shadow and go a little more in, and probably just take that out. Alright. So this, we'll just get rid of this red rune things here, just so we can add some get some little red highlights on there. Yeah, nice glowing runes. Alright, nice. I feel like this shouldn't be this thick of a black here. Nice. I'd say that looks way more readable. It looks really better. Take this out. Alright. So yeah, we're just gonna, I'm taking out some of these highlights to differentiate the metal from the under cloth, I don't know, yeah, that's black stuff here, which can have coloring, but it would be more subtle because it's more heat on. Alright, so let's take a look at this hand. Man, look at all this quotation mark detail. Okie dokie, okay, we got 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger. Pinky can be on the other side. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and that, I guess that could curve up. Technically, a lot of these silhouettes are making a little bit of sense, which I guess is good for us. So I can just kind of clarify what we're looking at. So we got, like, yeah, this is a finger, and then add another finger here. Unfortunately, we can't see. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depends how you look at it. But yeah, we can't see the pinky. That means we don't have to draw it, but also, let's see here. I'm trying to find like something a little bit lighter. Just highlight some edges. There we go. Alrighty, so background of this like red color here because it is the only piece of armor like that. I know it's probably trying to, I don't know, go with the red and black theme, but I like things to make a little more sense than vibe. Okay, so I guess the same with these. These are all kind of blue, reddish for no reason. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so I do like the little knuckle things though. That one can make some sense. This one. Okay, let's differentiate this finger a bit more. There we go. Alright. Okay, I'll just color this one. This knuckle got a little dark. Yeah, this little faux detail, just gonna clean that up. Like, it's just got these little unnecessary, like, lines and stuff. Get some highlights to these knuckle things. Alrighty, so... Yeah, let's just, I guess, clarify the shape a little bit more. Guess we don't need, I guess we could put some over here. There we go. Metal also has really dark contrasts. Okay, maybe not like that. That's might be my bad. A little bit of lacking on the skills for metal. Yeah, so I think we'll at least try to just get the shapes right. I mean, sometimes it's like, okay, let's take a step back. Oh, looks like I don't even need to add those colors or that much detail because when you zoom out, it's like, oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let's do a similar pattern on these, this last gauntlet here. Or, not gauntlet, but finger gauntlets. That way they're kind of uniform. There we go. I would say this needs to come up a little bit. Oops. Oh, okay. I guess I could come down or up. Alright, so there is one side. And now we can... Oh, I forgot all about these. The pants and belts and stuff shouldn't be nearly as complicated though as these gauntlets, so I'm expecting those to go quite quickly. Alright, so yeah, let's quickly, yeah, I'll just go through here, clarify this little sharp point here. Got a nice little highlight. Okay, so now, so this looks like it is just in the wrong spot. I feel like it should be like right here. Let's put it on its own layer. That way we can erase and add as needed. Probably too long? No. Should be okay. What if we just duplicate that? So now we can add our second one, which should be poking up probably about right here. Alright. And yeah, let's get rid of this background. Ooh. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's run this one. So yeah, we don't need that. That looks about right? Well, I guess the angles are, yeah, the shapes don't really read proper. Like, I don't know, I should almost like have like a hood. Or is that too much? This side is a little more bent. Oh no, this side is straighter, but that side is more bent. Okay, that looks a little bit righter. Righter. I use words good. Okay, so yeah, do the same thing for this one. Just kind of punch out this one side. Maybe angle this one in a little bit. Okay, so yeah, we just need to get the shapes right, and then we can color them. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. Gotta cover.
You can also get a domain from Squarespace. Something like
Alright, I think I turned my mic off fast enough. Alright, sorry about that.
or weirdburpycult.com for your
Alrighty.
Whatever your dream, a Squarespace domain and website is how you
Oh,
go
why
from
is it
0
not
to 1
erasing?
all in one place. Get yours
Oh,
this
maybe
month
because I didn't have my
with
brush
code
on yet.
for
I
10%
just
off
had
your
that.
domain or website. Terms and conditions apply.
that moving tool. Cannot think of what it's called. Oh well, that kind of threw off my voice a little bit. Okay, let's see here. Um. Oh, that's why. Okay. Well, I'd say this is good enough. So let's merge these. And now we can start shaping. Okay, so I want this to have a more prominent, more like distinct, I guess is a better word. Distinct little separation. Excuse me. Okay, that might be better. Yeah, kind of a nice hook. Like that. Alrighty. Nice. And then this one, kinda, yeah, goes forward. Nice. This looks like it's a little too angled. Let's thicken that up. Maybe thin this one. Or thin this section. There we go. Alright, now, I mean, do I want to make it matching? So this one has like this big ridge right here. And this one is the more just a single piece. So I could either take off this one. I should have noticed this earlier, but I totally didn't. You could take off that one, or add one over here. I do think I know which one. Probably easiest just to remove this. But I don't know. I kind of like that huge ridge there. I think it adds a little bit more. And really, actually, because this does have this weird bump. So what if I just get rid of that, and then I'll have to work this a little bit, but at least it won't be from nothing. Yeah, I think that works. So and then come down here. Separate any connections. Oh yeah, I think that was actually a lot easier than I was worried about. So that's nice. Okay, separate the chain color. So yeah, those chains. Do I want to keep those chains? Maybe. I'll worry about it when I get to them. Okay, so. This like fake detail. Okay, we got our little knuckle things here. Let's see, this is actually our knuckle. And so this is. Okay, so we got knuckle to. The next one would be like, I guess obviously I have a thumb. Chon. So yeah, I think that's mostly okay. Mostly just need to separate this thumb, probably some of these other things. Okay, so here, I kind of liked on the other one, there's lighting on the bottom. So yeah, let's add some lighting here. And make that its own finger. Okay. Alrighty, so yeah, so I was focusing in on just trying to what I want this to kind of read as, or how I want it to read. No, what I don't want it to read as like a finger, so. Alright. Guess I can clean up and put a little bit more separation here. Yeah, I think maybe just doing something like that.
Life doesn't wait,
Perfect.
and neither should you.
Alrighty.
Less throughout your day, whether it's a long day on your feet,
Oh, an ad popped up on my music.
everyday aches and pains.
Okay. Alrighty then. Oops. Tried to continue before clicking back on this app. Okay. And the buttons just like do weird things, so. So that doesn't need to be that thick. Man, that knuckle piece does look pretty large. So let's just shrink that a little bit. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. I do feel like this side could use some more rings. Get a little bit of color of variation. There's no like brightness on this side from the redness, so kinda while we're at it. Yeah, I'm not sure if these are actually supposed to be runes, but more like, I don't know, something's cracking. Alright, put on a little bit of red for the glow. The glow from the red. Let's make that come from around. I like how that like kind of hugs this spike up here. And then hugs. Nice. Get some kind of uniformity on these at least. Alright. Oh, I guess that does have a little cross here. Oh, that's okay. I was like, man, they just look. This one's got like some thicker lines, kind of like almost like they're like pooling. So yeah, kind of like. Alright, let's see how it looks a bit. Just a bit better. Alrighty. So now, I think these are a little bit too hard. There we go. I mean, when I say these, I mean the silhouette of the fingers cut in a little too much. Alright, so yeah, no. Should give enough visual mass for the fingers to be imagined there. Alrighty, so yeah, now we can continue on with the pants, starting at this belt. So yeah, just kind of clean up some of these highlights. Clean up some of this mess, this nonsense. Yeah, like, what is this? What are those? Oh, is this? Oh, yeah, I don't. I guess sorry, I was thinking about the music. I don't remember where this is in the game, and I've played it a few times. Okay. Here we are. Here we go. So I have like a nice clean little break from our metal to our other stuff. Alright, so that should be good enough. Well, I say that, then I like look at it again. I'm like, ooh, that does not look. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's supposed to be another hole. I don't know. Not fond of these holes though, or the highlights of the holes. Maybe add like some kind of like. Yeah, I guess it doesn't or this dark. So now we can add some of those highlights in here. I feel like this would be lighter too. Whoa, that is light, I suppose. Okay. Alrighty. Fix this little spike over here. Not quite sure what's happening with him. This one is a bit big compared to the other two. Since he's the odd one out, I'm just gonna tighten him up. Here we go. There we go, like that. Alright, perfect. Okie dokie. So we got that, got that. What is this? This looks like it's supposed to be a belt loop. Okay. And I'll just add like a little bit of a... Oh, I say add, but it's not showing up. There we go. Okie dokie. So yeah, we'll now get to these chains here. I need enough space for them to actually connect on here. So yeah, this is almost too bright compared to the other ones. I also need a color. Okay, let's just choose a color because I do like the blue, makes more sense than this yellow. So I'm just gonna be taking, let's see here, like this. Oh, it's still, yeah, that's purple. So yeah, I'm gonna turn this yellow into, I guess violet. It's kind of like a little mix of both. All right. So now, wait. Oh, it didn't change back to. Okay, here we go. I was like, oh, that is not painting at all. Okay, so now we can come here and start painting things. Alright, so yeah, oops, too much. We just need to add, oh, and I'm almost gonna have to like just draw all these chains because of I don't know how unwell it did them, which is pretty typical for AI. It doesn't do chains very good. I was like, well, I don't know. But yeah, every time I've, I don't know, I've had, or tried to like clean up the chains. Not like every time I've cleaned them up, but like every time I'm cleaning up a piece and it's got chains, like they're always like just so poor. Alright, so we're just gonna add this up. Make that more of a, like its own thing. Kinda like that other side. Alright. So, oh, this is all like, yeah, I'm not sure what this is. Okay, let's get rid of that. Do like triangle here, or like right over the ring. So let's just try to do that. Nice. Alright, that looks pretty good. I could probably as much highlight. Probably just needs like a little sprinkling of it, kind of like the other side. There we go, so that reads a bit better. Why do a lot when a little will work? That's kind of like the motto of AI. It's like, oh, well, I don't know, because it still like does a lot. It just isn't good, I guess. Okay, I'm actually gonna say there's no extra chains over on this side. We are getting rid of you. Just because of how much work I thought these chains were going to be, turned out to be more than expected. And upon a closer inspection. And so we're just going to get rid of the chains on one side. Alright. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of work here. Alright, well, let's continue on. Okay, let's make this into a form of a circle. That kind of looks like a circle. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. So, man, this is gonna be such a mess. Golly, come on, AI. Alright. I'm just gonna clear this up because I think that was like kind of like part of the tail scheme, and the tail isn't that high up, so we're just gonna clear that off for now. Because the reason I was thinking about that is because I'm thinking of taking off this jangle of a mess here. There we go. So we got some chains around here, but it's not like that big of a mess. Alright. It's still a mess, but it's less of a mess. We're just getting rid of chains all over the place. Which, shame on it for trying to put them on there. Man. Alright. I'm trying to see if there's like anything on these chains I can salvage. But the more I look at it, the more I am disheartened that I can even use anything that it's provided. So, okay. Let's do this the hard way then. Okay. I'm going to just paint over it all. Alright. This is on a separate layer, in case I wanted to... Oh, that's the shadows of the chains. So. That's like highlights of some pants. Okay. I'm just drawing some... Alright. These highlights don't make sense. It's kind of like trying to do the armor thing again. And we don't want any highlights pulling our eyes over here anyways, because they're just pants. Okay. So, let us get started with these chains. Oh man, okay, so this isn't supposed to be like a link right here anyways. I was thinking it was more of just like a little, a clip almost. clip of sort. Oops. Alright, sure, well, let's start. So I want it to come right here, so bow, bow. How big do I want these? I guess about this size, so about that. Alright, man, doing this realistically is... Okay, we got that there, and then we're gonna have it come out to there, probably not that far, and then we can like, yeah, and then can make that come out to here. Is that the same size? Oh, that's pretty close. Okay, and then another piece here, and then things are starting to angle. Cha-cha-cha. And there we go. How is that chain looking? So fine, right? Quite a bit different than what was originally shown, so let's just kind of fix a little bit of this, add some highlights here. Alright, so yeah, I got that coming over here. Oop. There we go. Yeah, oh, actually that would be coming over that, so yeah, it's blocking that. Okay, yeah, that's not actually so bad for first little pass. Let's add some. So yeah, this is coming over these, I think. Oh wait, do I have that backwards? I think I do, because this is actually over here, so I don't think that matters too much. I mean, this piece is like out a little bit, so maybe just take out some of these highlights. Okay, but then everything else looks okay. Okay, so we got that. Let's add some shadows. Alright, got nice contrasting. Oh, looks like a little bit of red in the shadows. Okay, let's not bad, not bad. Go add all sorts of. Maybe I could put some highlights right there too. Coming across here. Just a little bit, anyways. Oh, well, okay. Now that I look at this, I don't know if that looks proper. Okay, so this comes across. Oh, okay, I see. So this actually should be going, I guess it would make more sense if it was going under. Okay, so let's just get rid of that link and here we go. Yeah, just put it nice on flat. Give it some highlights and give it some darkness there. Alright. Alright, not bad, not bad. That's actually way darker than I was thinking. Okay, let's even add really bright highlights in some spots. think it's coming together a little bit at a time. Okay, what if we just try some. Man, this is like really dark, but sometimes there's darkness actually. I think that looks pretty cool if I put the darkness right next to the light. Oh no, is that a metal thing? I think it sort of is. Okay, let's get rid of those. That random highlight there. Alright. Yeah. We don't need all that. Actually, even that's still pretty bright. Yeah, let's add some darkness there. I think this is coming out okay. Not bad, not bad. Not as jingly as the original. Like, I could have made the chains thicker. Yeah. See, is that still too late? What if I just like, yeah, like more. Yeah, I do like. Yeah, I'd say that's a good thickness, better thickness at least. Add. Oops. Okay, maybe I have a little bit of a. Alright. Yeah, that was better at least. Okay, so. Now we can. So now going to the other side. How am I going to make this make sense? I guess it's missing. So what I'm looking at here. So this one has. Start new layer. This one has this little link here that then connects to this. On this belt loop here. But this belt loop is like right here. So it would be coming down like yonder, like so. And then this would be coming like so. Which is contrary to what is. I guess that's not the worst thing to fix. Alright, I think I can. I'll just have to get rid of these, which I probably was gonna have to do anyways. So I guess no biggie. Get rid of these chains. They weren't making much sense anyways. Alright, so let's take this and we are gonna shift it. Alright, here, let's. Oh, there we go. Shift that over. Actually, I'm just gonna put it on its own layer. There we go. Oh yeah, and if you can't tell, there's another layer of this image beneath this, and that is like the real image that I've been, and then which I then took and ran it through an image AI generator, so it is now my image. Actually, I don't really care about that. I just didn't like some things. I don't mind drawing right over images, AI images. I don't draw over art by other artists. I say other artists. I don't know if I consider myself an artist, though. I just like to doodle and stuff. Oh, I guess I don't need that. I'll just do that. Get on that layer. Alright. Yeah, and I haven't made any, like, profit off of art. So, I don't know, of all the, like, things, it's like, oh yeah, you need to do this and this and this. And part of it is like, yeah, you need to socialize. I'm like, oh, cool, the thing I don't like to do. But that's fine. I mean, I got another job, or a job, and so, yeah, this is just a hobby. Alright, let's see here. Let's try to make this into a circle, similar to that other one. Alright. Yeah, I'd say that is looking okay. Now let's just kind of clean up this side. There we go. Making it. Okay, well, now we can start adding. Okay, so, yeah, we got this piece that comes down here. About like right here. And then, yeah, about like that. And then we've got this little clip that comes down like right there. So, we're gonna have that also right there. Comes around. Okie dokie. Let's see. Auto message for smart to allow post to chat. Oh, it's another streamboo.com post. That's fun. I think this is my fourth one. Heck yeah. Not today. Fourth overall. Yeah, just being sold stuff. I'm not sure if it's like for me or is it for like people watching. It sounds like it's mostly for me. Let's see. I don't like the. So like, there's like a lack of information. Not lack of information, but almost like a lack of light source over here. So actually, I'm not fond of putting these highlights over here. So I'm not sure what to do. Maybe a little bit, like right here, maybe right there. I guess I can put it on here, because there is highlight on this little thing. Yeah, I think that's okay at least. Alright. Oops. So, my circle went awry. Yeah, geez, circles are A little bit, that's circly. Nice. Okie dokie. So let's add a little bit of this really darkness. Hmm. Okay, let's try to. There we go. Sorta. There we sorta go. Okay, I'd say that is okay. Guess I'll clean up this little sash. This little broken off piece doesn't make too much sense. Unless I just pull it back into here. Alright, that little tatter's hanging on a little too tight. I do like the tatters look. Oh, hey, here's some more metal. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, this is going to come up. Oh, that's what I need. Alright, I just remembered something about those chains I need to add, and why it doesn't look quite as nice is because they're kinda just floating there. So yeah, I'll just address that. Okay, so we got that. Okay. Let's just keep that all close. It doesn't need this big of a drop shadow. Interesting that the inside here is lighter than the outside. Okie dokie. Okay, so yeah, that's one of the things that I think was off. Oh shoot. Well. What do I want to? Dang it. I was hoping to draw the draw. So what was talking about is the shadows. Like there's no shadows underneath, and I was hoping to just draw them on a separate layer, but it looks like I have drawn like all that paint, and I kind of screwed myself by putting that all in one layer. It would have been super easy to draw this. I mean, I guess it wasn't that hard, but it would have been easier, I suppose, to draw if the chains were on one layer and then like the pan redraw was on a separate one. Alright. Okay, so one of the last things I was gonna clean up this little thumb area. Okay, let's see around, so we might need a little bit of some blue right there. A little bit of the sea. Nice. Alright, so yeah, I was gonna work on this tail. So let's see here. Looks like we can clean up some of these highlights, I think. I'm not quite sure what they are. The little whiteness, I don't think that really fits. Oh, accidentally. Okay. So let's get rid of those. It looks like I've got it on all around. was even on the... I thought I went around and like cleaned all this, but I guess I totally missed it on this section. Okay, so I'm thinking I want to have this come in not so hard, or come out even harder, like that. Here we go. And then, yeah, so I can get rid of, essentially I can just get rid of this and just have it be the pants. And the reason for that is just to like kind of separate the hands, the hand silhouette and the tail silhouette. So they're kind of more their own thing, and they don't get messed in their own darkness, as hands and tails do. Yeah, I'd say that reads a bit better. And yeah, I think maybe I'll just clean this up a bit more. This buckle here. I do like the little corner there, so I think I'll just keep that. That's something. Add some thickness to this. Oh, add some thickness to this. See, this needs to be lighter. Catching a little light over here. Alright, increase that shadow. Okay, so that looks way better. So, just concentrating on, I'd actually like the red here, that makes sense. There we go. With the little red strap there, there would be some red. You know what, that's actually, might be too blue. Yeah, let's add some red to this metal. Here we go. And yeah, I'd say I'm worrying about this section too much because, zoom out, look at that, you don't even know. Okay, it's just one little piece. Well, okay, I do feel like there's too much highlights here. Like when I zoomed out, it's like, wow, there is a buckle down there. So I'm just going to try to get rid of some highlights. I want to keep some to keep its like metal look, but I want to get rid of the eye-catching drawing. Why is that? Okay. Okay, that's better. It doesn't draw the eye up as much. Man, I feel like I need to do something though with these eyes. They're not drawing quite as much attention as I was hoping they would. Alright, so let's just try brightening them. Okay, I've got a brush for that area. Might be a little too much. Oh, actually, I think that looks pretty good. Zoom in. Yeah, get Sounds perfect. Alright, yeah, I think that is a wrap. This gun locked usually spend, I don't know, I guess a lot of them that I do don't have this much metal on it, so metal is definitely more time consuming, and that little mesh is kind of bothersome, but